You're not who you think you are. Not completely. Some of what you call your personality was built in moments where you had no choice. You didn't choose to people please. You adapted so you wouldn't lose connection. And the scariest part is, you've been living as that version of yourself for so long. You forgot it was never the real you. Look at this quote. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. That means the parts of you never questioned, the reactions, the fears, the habits, they're not random, they're remembered. Think about it. At some point in your life, you were placed in environments where being yourself wasn't enough. So you adjusted. Maybe you became the strong one because no one was there for you. Or the funny one because it kept people around. The quiet one because your voice was ignored. Or the perfect one because mistakes weren't allowed. And slowly but surely, the adaptation became your identity. Not because it was you, but because it worked. Look at this other famous quote. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. But what if your why was survival? What if everything you became was just to make it through? To avoid rejection, to avoid pain, to avoid being alone. So you built a version of yourself that could handle it. And it worked, but here's the truth no one tells you. Just because something helped you survive doesn't mean it's meant to stay. There are people who grew up being told to be strong, so now they don't know how to be vulnerable. There are people who were ignored, so now they over-explain everything just to feel heard. There are people who were abandoned, so now they hold on to people even when it hurts. And the crazy part? They think that's just who they are. Also, if any part of this feels familiar to you, I want you to pause for a second. Think about it. What part of your personality did you build just to survive? Drop it down in the comments. I do read everything, and I want to see how many people are waking up to this. And if this is hitting you right now, leave a like. It helps this message reach the people who do need it. Now let's get back to it. This isn't just philosophy. It's backed by science. In psychology, this is called conditioning. Your brain is constantly learning from experience, especially in moments of stress. Researchers have found that the amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for detecting threat, becomes more active when you experience fear, rejection, or emotional pain. And when that happens, your brain creates patterns to protect you, not to make you happy, to keep you safe. There is also something called neuroplasticity. It means your brain physically rewires itself based on what you repeat. So if you spent years avoiding conflict, overthinking every situation, or hiding how you feel, your brain literally builds pathways that made those behaviors automatic. And that's why it feels like this is just who I am. Because your brain turns survival into habit. Studies in developmental psychology show that early experiences shape personality patterns. Children adapt quickly to their environment to maintain safety and connection. If love felt conditional, you learned to perform. If emotions were dismissed, you learned to suppress them. If chaos was normal, you learned to stay on edge. And those patterns don't just disappear. They follow you into your relationships, into your decisions, into how you see yourself. But here's where everything changes. Awareness. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. The unexamined life is not worth living. Most people never question themselves deeply enough to realize they are living a script, a pattern, a version of themselves that was built under pressure. Ask yourself, do I actually like being this way, or did I just learn it? Is this who I am, or who I had to become? Am I responding to the present, or reacting from the past? Because the truth is, your mind doesn't know the difference between then and now. So it just repeats what kept you safe. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That means you don't have to keep being the version of yourself that was created in survival mode. You can choose again, but first you have to recognize what isn't you. No, you are not your defense mechanisms. You're not your coping strategies. You're not the version of you that was built out of fear. You are what remains when you stop reacting, when you stop protecting, when you start when you stopped performing. The version of you that was created to survive did its job. It got you here, but you're not there anymore. So the real question is, if you weren't trying to protect yourself, who would you be? And maybe, just maybe, you were never lost. You were just hidden under everything you had to become.